But finding me proved no simple task. For having fallen afoul of Novigrad's underworld bosses, I'd disappeared. Yet Geralt soon discovered my whereabouts, a cell in the dungeon of the Temple Guard. With the help of our friends, Geralt managed to free me. Good thing too, for indeed I knew what had happened to Ciri. Sadly, she was no longer in Novigrad. Pursued by bandits, then cornered by the Temple Guard, she had disappeared in a flash of light and a gust of heat. Where to? This I did not know.
Old man Newman left me a gift last time.
Duke, or not Duke.
He never given me nothing but floppy diddly.
You don't know. You can't receive.
Saying I'm no good at giving.
To give, you got to have talent and
Hey
character.
there, handsome.
What's he schemed up this time?
What village are you from?
Willows. Sits in the area 2 days right from Zero.
Others won't hassle you, Witcher. But your average non-human don't do combat.
Just look at the freak.
You and Dudu.
Yes, though he's never told me much about
Dudu always had a penchant for enterprise. Probably.
precisely. I've told him countless times that no matter how many times he bloodthirsty tyrants and vicious assassins, he played them. Whereas he always made for an excellent trusted servant or...
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for state.
Mine. Whatever do you need?
I don't know. The Dendalain.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dendlain might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete.
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it.
Twin to be blank again. Holy moly, Morris. Power of the eternal fire.
Nothing doing. Something reeks around here.
Move it!
Baths are in Silverton. I highly recommend you visit.
Oh!
Finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no...
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Are you serious? That's your...
I never called it brilliant, but any kind of plan... Written your lines already.
You've written what?
So you know what to say during the performance. And your mask. Put it on. So...
But...
No time. Sophronia is coming. Stick to the plan.
Stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Tremble, flaxen-haired wench. Bow before the Prince of Thieves.
Not so fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born. You're better than I thought.
Go on, Dandelion! I mean, Crimson Avenger!
The Crimson Avenger triumphs again.
My hair! Are you well?
One blow struck true. Another scar from my collection.
Come inside. I shall bandage you up. Be gone, vile bandit, or the Crimson Avenger will beat you senseless!
Behave, Witcher.
Where you going?
Ever heard the legends of the one?
Drifter in Vontamaria.
Old man Newman left me a gift last time.
He never given me nothing but floppy diddly.
You don't know how to give, you can't receive.
Saying I'm no good at giving?
To give, you got to have talent and character.
Black ones for dating.
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies... We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate...
See? It's all peachy. So will you...
Why are you asking me?
Well, the lovely lady seems to be having a hard time deciding. And Master Dandelion said he was torn between boot. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose.
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion would like.
Sure, I've known him longer, but he's never so much as changed his socks for me. Never mind commissioning a full-blown renovation. He's doing this for you, clearly. You should decide.
Both our lives have revolved around the stage, and cabaret's a form of theatre, in a way. Fine. Let's do the theatre decor. I certainly hope it'll be to his liking.
A wonderful choice it is. At last. Gentlemen, you're done lollygagging. Get to work.
Oh well, guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dendelain inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. You'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dendelain approaches life very rationally.
True enough. Adheres to the principle that a life enjoyed is a life well lived.
You needn't mock.
I'm not. I mean that. Nothing wrong with the principle. Dendelain just knows how to enjoy life. It's a good thing.
Dendelain can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's...
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still...
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's... I certainly hope he's not gotten into...
Anything's possible with Dendelain.
Black ones for Danians.
What if it's true? Say this phantom eats your papers, tears out your ticker.
Oh!
You just blasphemous cobra.
Oh!
Telling you for the last time, go away.
Mercy! We're two children, how am I? Without a father!
Go before they lose their mother as well.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a witcher by the
Temple
throat.
guard let even you into the city.
Ah!
Push your old woman around.
Oh, fuck.
Polly, everything all right?
What's the ruck?
Polly and her half-brained fiancé. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows... Hold on.
We were, but you didn't show.
Priscilla started worrying about me?
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get...
Did you not hear what's going on in there?
No idea.
Wait! Do we have to destroy her house?
How would you know?
It's not as if we started working together.
You'd visit her?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly rehearsed at the Rosemary and Thyme.
So, Polly's...
I never mix business and pleasure. Who you were just saying is worried about us. So enough of the chatter.
Fine, but...
Cheap wines. Hidden sheep.
Damn it. Now where would she...
As much as life.
The key.
Cheap wines.
Whoa! What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave...
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his...
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding.
Shove your excuses up your ass.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous and...
All right. Talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much of...
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's there. Get out of here, both of you.
Let him finish. There's...
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cap.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from...
You mean to say... coin?
And fame. No flirting required. You have my word.
Oh. Suppose, in that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you. Whew. Never expected that to go so well.
You handled it well, Dendelion. Man was body in your hand.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to...
So, time to...
I've still got to stop by Rotlex. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the...
Who's Rot?
Never heard of him? Hank?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your...
Henry's an old friend, and I decided we needed new placards to promote the...
I'll go see Rotleck. You head back.
Really?
No, said that for the hell of it. To
Portside.
See you soon. Looking for Rotleck.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city, but I'm here to scrape my...
It's not enough for everyone, so bugger off.
Take what you want. I'm just...
You deaf? Didn't you hear?
And here I thought we'd resolve this peacefully.
You regret this, mutant. Tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing placards here.
And Rotleck, where's he?
Same place as always. Vehicle Bud Estate.
See? Wasn't that easy? Good.
What am I to do now? I tell you, this city will devour itself.
Watch this tripe now, Frank. Why buy tomorrow what you can buy today?
Pizza rank.
By order of the hierarch, whosoever conceals a Erasmus Engelman's memorial service.
Between jockey and steed.
Well,
You'd think them a pair
seems
of
you're a
lovers.
considerable psalm in the
Synergy
bed, but you
reigns
shan't
between
back
them.
out on that account, eh?
You won't have much of a choice before long.
Come now, old sport. We can't allow that. Who'd I wager with then, eh?
Listen, here's what we'll do. We'll make one more bet. If you win,
I'll pay your debts and we'll continue playing. What do you say?
And if I lose?
One worry at a time, old chum. Well, I have to place my bet.
Yes.
You Rodley?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter,
Dandelions.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I
think I might have run into one.
Then you know. Now, Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wait.
Generous. Not just anybody could have...
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's due. One debt more or less makes little difference.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance.
You've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should...
Let's do this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me?
You're that good a rider?
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer.
Girl kicked his face in. Lost so much.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time.
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time. Just as soon as I settle.
Fine. See you.
Oh. Well, another freak.
Duty calls. Wild hunt to take you all.
By the chameleon. Grand opening tonight.
Grand in the evening. A performance by the illustrious duo, Master Dendalion and Prsila.
Oh!
So, we start in G major, and...
I've told you, the piece is sad, melancholy. It needs a minor key.
But I wanted
to ruin everything. We'll start in E minor.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work.
I love it. Especially...
Prsila picked them.
Well, What about Rotlick?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own.
Great! The best way I can think of to...
What about choreography?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's priceless. Premier will have the audience on their feet.
Never mentioned wanting to change.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian chameleons a lot better for a cabaret. Apart from which it emphasizes that the place is undergo...
Guess everything's ready.
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to...
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Why not?
That's my boy. The foreman mentioned he saw you and Prsilla talking.
He's all right.
And she said...
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from
Oh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to...
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do... She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time, you know.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Ask the Dendelain! Prsilla, she's...
What? Speak, man!
She's badly, been attacked!
Attacked? She's hurt?
Of course. Let's go.
Gods. Prsilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dendlain, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her...
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and...
So this was no ordinary attack?
Clearly not. It was the act of a dement...
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact...
No harm. You mean that might have happened?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over. Find him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dendlain. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again...
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate that.
I know perfectly well, and I...
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially...
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves
a flail. Morning.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table?
Think they'll let me in?
By the main entrance, certainly not.
The sewers.
As often as required for, the pursuit.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones I'm getting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Ready? I'll get whoever did this, Dendalion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart himself.
Thanks.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think, hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
But of course. Yes? What is it? But of course. Yes? What is it?
Where to now? Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Prsila, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dendalain can be of help on that count. Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. The Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Human. Wrong body type. Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in...
Not a bit. Start the...
Where?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's...
Notice anything else? That his eye...
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets. Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coal.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our wood...
Let's examine the mouth.
Just like Prsila.
See this?
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp...
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed...
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left...
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin. An incision.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury.
Open the abdominal cap.
Due warning, it will stink.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's
Explains why there's no smell of decay. Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right?
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such...
Speaking from experience?
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off. See anything interesting on
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something.
Doesn't strike me as the right...
Apologies. We surgeons...
And a different sense of humor. His genitals...
I sincerely doubt they...
We'll see.
Syphilis, actually. Early...
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
See anything...
His right foot. The ankles.
Doesn't strike me as the right time.
Apology.
All right.
Enlighten me, please, because I...
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye socket.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple...
Very well, speak. But be quick.
You old...
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor...
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact.
Woodcarver's body.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased.
Out of the question. Show them.
As your reverence wishes.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission... Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this...
Thank you.
Nathaniel.
A scoundrel. A rogue.
Most are scoundrels before they...
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torch. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremation...
Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the...
I know him, thus I avoid him.
Don't aim to...
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Prsila was attacked.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Oh!
I did not know she dealt in magic.
Ignorance don't wipe away your guilt.
Then what? What does?
Fire. Only fire.
I can pay.
I think I'm in love.
In the bank.
Oh, you'll pay. Soon. Now be silent.
Watch my own step.
A drifter infantry.
Last chance to surrender unorthodox books. Grimoires and tracts blaspheming the sacred flame especially.
Best not cause any trouble at the inn.
You're a vulgar one. I can see it in your face.
Who's captain?
Looking at her. Aye, her.
Need to get to
Not on this boat.
pay you well.
The islanders live off plunder in the sea.
Ever say
Listen, the islanders attack all ships. When they hate someone, Nilfgaard, for instance, boarded me once. Expect they wanted to see if I had captain's bollocks. That reptile gazing was don't scare me.
It's a material world.
Such lovely natural surroundings.
Take care of yourself.
I've been cranky since morning.
No loitering round here.
God, he's a bracelets.
Hey, handsome.
A brazier this time of year? Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe. Weight on his heel. Take a step back.
Dave.
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
That's it, you're in for it.
Take him from the back! Together now! Kill the horseman! Yeah! I got you clean, you ass!
Not too late to surrender.
Think you'll get me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna...
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime?
I know. Here to look for
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what...
you and Priscilla.
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. I was looking to give her pouring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a agreed to put me in her play, you see?
Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it?
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell...
Prsila...
Oh, dearie. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, or...
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them.
Take care. I gotta look around some more.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do...
Oh, the head's ringing. What do you want?
A brazier. This time of year? Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way, human. Priscilla's. A brazier. This time of year? I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
Flapping new rice cheeks. You're a bigger rat picker. No loitering round here.
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll sick me hounds in.
Relax. I'm here about Fabian.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming as beast.
You daft. Even I'm scared of them. A better barking dog than I.
Got someone
Sure as shite. Bugger who did. Soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I ran to a mate who raised his fighting dogs. But these two mutts cost me a...
So who might you...
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family. So, what do you want to...
Tell me what you know about the murder.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss... See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze, and found Fabian.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes.
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone
Nah. 'Twas... Oh, you were a good dwarf. Craftsman like no other. But he were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This
city cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep.
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just...
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Someone dragged something across the floor, or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Aye.
Had a look at your...
Aunt?
Mm-hmm. The women especially. Never seen a bust that size on...
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that would crush her back, whittle him down. And so they did, till one sermon at the temple, when the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys idols from the non-human Myers sins twofold, as a heretic and as a lecher. That was the end of that.
Fine. Need to look around.
Be my guest.
Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked. More blood stains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless... formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it.
What's he doing here?
Awful pale.
Interesting.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another... Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Knife wounds. Means bandits dropped them. Plain as...
You, Eustace?
Aye?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Myers...
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art.
One of them? So there have been other bodies?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly,
Some things are best left unsaid.
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered him.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best... You search...
Well, I cost an eye in his...
I call a spade a spade.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
Talk. What did you find?
Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality.
That's human skin. Prsila. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right...
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Prusilli? Oi, fucking hell! What was that for?
For everything.
Youth these days. Welcome, Master Witcher.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here.
Nice of you. Especially given you didn't seem...
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
By the way, you and Von Gret...
I had him sent to prison. You see, your... people were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear. Joachim had been my favorite student, but... alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Whereas Joachim... oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he...
How old's Von Gratz?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life.
Who's the victim?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire.
Yeah, mortal sin and... Not fond of...
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone. Hard to be fond of someone like that.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib...
A message from the murderer. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her... Gotta find her, now.
Till next time, Master.
What do you want?
Help the poor bloke out.
Well, pauper with a library.
I trusted a woman once, long ago.
Show us what you're bringing in.
He who has lived in virtue shall find war. What do you want?
Need to talk to...
You think anybody...
Her life's in danger.
If you thought this up, and I'll let...
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his...
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Veg.
Oh, Geralt. What a pleasant
Not pleasant at all. I got...
In danger? Come now.
No time to explain.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite... Please.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Hear that? Calm and quiet.
We should go in.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Spread out! Murderer's still here! There he is! Get him! before I put a bolt between your eyes.
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him.
Out of my sight. Mother!
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the box.
Very well. But you should be on your own. And let her be the last victim. Please.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time.
Heard the legends of the White Wolf?
Wild Hunt's taking another drifter in from Temeria.
You copper, look, we got one.
What am I to do now?
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
Ooh.
Right.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client.
You look fucking amazing.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
What, no foreplay? No formaldehyde? Coals in my eye sockets?
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. To Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day, procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
Then you'll pay again. For her, for all the other women you've tortured. You're free now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If not for you. He asked if I did everything, and I said, for the right price, of course. And then he smiled. Oh, God, it gave me the shivers. And then he hit me so hard I passed out. I was bound when I came to, and he was hitting the poker in the fire.
Calm down. He won't hurt you anymore. He won't hurt anyone.
We can go at it here.
Ah, what's a
to
bloke?
grab another lass to join us?
Hey, handsome.
No, I was silly to be us two and you.
Greeks here. Time I went back to sea. Might as well not see you.
How could you?
You're average.
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
Who, what are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
There are other ways. Could have set up a soapbox in Hierarch Square, preached from it.
How funny. That's exactly what I did. But none listened. Instead they laughed, threw stones. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trebirates for whom nothing was sacred, nothing above ridicule. They did not deserve to live. But their deaths could be a lesson to others. Awaken them, scare them onto the correct path, the path to the fire, to cleansing, to salvation. For you, I'm afraid it's too late. You are a man of little faith. I sense this.
But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Pretty good. Might not.
I've got a piece like a racehorse. And whosoever contributes coin to the cause, his sins shall be forgiven. Only one-way love remains. The witch hunters have burnt Erebus at the stake.
Thingy's punishable by death.
How's...
Better.
Yes.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah.
Thank you, Geralt.
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
I will. You'll see. Treat her better than the Dryads of Broccolon could.
She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing.
Sounds great. Good luck, Dendelain. On
Yes, Geralt.
Hubert told me about your path.
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or...
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university?
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price.
even a human life or two. But those are past sins. Sins...
Why is the university...
Because it suits Radovid. The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma.
I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps...
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She would...
Any idea where she...
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching up pikemen. I told her it would be futile. In the time...
Found and... It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this wouldn't...
Farewell.
Fucking hey, Oz.
Be a butcher when I'm big.
Arms for bread, please, little folk.
Hey, not like that. Boy, that.
Ah, good.